Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me at K Warner Studio. Today I have the find, and I'd like to let everybody know when I find a good find, and I think this is a good find for making albums. So if you make albums and you want to cover, have one whole sheet of paper for the cover, whether you're going to put a spine on it or not, it's another thing, or ribbing down the side or whatever you want to call it. I like to have it so that things all are in snug without the fear of edges coming apart for wear and tear, especially on the cover where people are opening and closing. But this is the ticket. This is called Me and My Big Ideas, and they're called a fold-out pad. And I may be late to the party, but I just want to tell you anyway. And while I have your attention, this is part of the 2,500 subscribers on YouTube, on the K Warner Studio YouTube channel. And we're celebrating. So if you stay tuned to the end of the video, I will show you what the prize is for this particular video. The link will be below in the Show More section here on YouTube to take you to the place where you just put a comment and identify what prize you're entering, and away you go. And the information is over there, so we'll stop talking about that now. So here we have it. It comes well protected. You have Velcro along the bottom that keeps the ends here and this particular side, so it's just like a book. Covered, and nothing comes with a tear. They're wrapped in plastic, the whole book. When you receive them, that's how they come. And the best bet is that they're in the clearance rack, and they are $10 to $13, and that is a steal. It's half price at least. So I'll put the links below as well. All that is left are what I have today. There were a couple more, but I'm not even going to show you those because there's not much sense if you can't get it. But these are so great because the paper is great quality. It has like a sheen on it, very pliable, and none of these, where these are folded here, there's no creases, like there's no worn so that it's white when you fold it. It's a great paper. So as I say, as it stands in this box right now, in the pad, it's I think 13 by 9.5 lengthwise, 13 1/4. And when these fold out, they fold it to the size of 18.3 inches by 25.8 inches. There we go. And there's 24 sheets, so 2 of each design. Now I made a few notepad albums, so I'll show you. So when I come across and there's only one sheet of something, that's because I've used it. Because when I got it and I thought, oh, this is perfect, I went kind of mad. But anyway, we won't discuss that. So I've removed this from the binding of the book. It is perforated along the side, and you can rip it out. But where it was the first page, it came out, easily, so I just helped it along a bit. So here it is. It's an ombre blue with this nice design, and it gets lighter at the top. So here's the top, or the bottom, and this is the other end. So it opens up, so you have 4 panels that are 13 1/4 by 9.5. So you can certainly cover the whole thing. So this is one side of it. And you can see there's no white line from the crease in the middle there. So this is one end of it here, and then we are just going all the way to the other end, and then all the way out here. So it's humongous, more than 2 feet. So that's one pattern. Perhaps we'll do it this way. So I'll just put the 2 of them together. We have this turquoisey, which it changes more of a blue down on this end to more of a yellowy green on this end, and so it does that through the whole way. It's like a wash almost. So this is the 2 pages together, so you would separate them at the perforated line. Oh, there you go, you can see it. So 2 of those. This is cool because some of these are blurry and they're just so colorful when you see it all out, and it's full of glory there. And so we have the same thing repeated on the other side. And then 2 of those. I better get at it, it will be half the night. Here we have the different squares. This would be a masculine one if you want it to be. And so could this. And then we've got this Harlequin. Love it. And you don't need to use, you know, the albums that I'm going to show you, they only used a little more than half of one piece, or a little less than half of one piece, sorry. And that's for everything I'm going to show you. And this is like a rainbow where the pattern repeats. So you have these like 3 pinks here. Well, focus, yeah. And then it goes on to the peachy yellow and the blues and the greeny blues and back to the pinks and then into the vanilla. Pretty. And here we have reds. It's like a wash texture as well. Sorry, wash image behind the lines. It could be hand painted. And you can see the sheen on it. It just feels so nice on the albums themselves. Back to the dots. The dots are the same size, but they're scattered kind of different. Some are in clusters, some are not. Okay, and we have these words of encouragement in the pink. So I've used, here's what's left after I do one and all the extras. So it's quite a bit left really. And then we have the green, and then we have these yellow stars. This pink, and if you notice how this all comes together in the end here, opens up at the top on this sheet, and then it carries to finish on the other side where it starts at the corner. Cool, huh? So that's that pad, and they also show you where you can make the home decor on the back. Have goods for wrapping presents and, you know, all kinds of things. That's a very pretty paper. Here it is here. Beautiful. But anyway, let's get going. So this is our next one. Now this one is also, you know, my big ideas. All these fold outs are different. And this one folds out in a different way. So again, they're 14.8 inches by 25.8, and there are 24 sheets. So let's get at these patterns. So this one here you can see the binding, so they'll come off pretty easily if you choose to do it that way, or the perforation. And so here we have like a newsprint. It's all typed. Sometimes some places it's darker than others, but none of them are really overbearingly dark. And with these black strips here, you can still see the text underneath them. Let's see if I can get the lens to focus. Maybe not. But anyway, there's 2 of those, and this beautiful one here. And then here we have some more of the newsprint. It actually looks like a newspaper or a large magazine. And we have these gray dots, but they mention places in here in New York. It's like it's somebody's autobiography. They talk about Marcella and her family, Mr. Bright. I haven't really had time to read it, but I'm sure that at some point I will. Look at this. This is nice too. You could really do something nice with this, with the binding. So that's that. Ooh. Look at this one. Ooh, nice. And here we have the same effect, a rainbow, just different choices of colors all the way through. And this is this nice one. You can see that it's definitely like somebody did some watercolor or decorative painting. Definitely decorative painting. This one's definitely decorative painting. Pretty. Then we have this here. This would be great for summer. A summer album. Makes you think beachy, beach bag kind of thing. Look at this. This makes you think beachy too. Beach house. And then here we have some handwritten things. It says, things are about to get really good, friend. Live in the moment. Today is your day. You've got this. Create adventures. Live in the moment. My beautiful friend. All those kinds of very nice things to say. Things are great all around. Use your wings, and all kinds of really encouraging and kind and nice sayings. Here we have another rainbow in this design. Very pretty. And it repeats down at the bottom with the green again. And that's blue, the same print. A bluish with a greenish turquoise on top. And we have that as well. So just let me see something here. No, it says they fold different, but I don't see how the prints and everything are the same. Maybe they just meant from other paper packs. And so this is the last one that I have. This too, same thing, Velcro on all of them. This one is 28.3 inches by 18.3 inches by 25.8. Fold out sheets, 24 sheets, and the same Me and My Big Ideas. Let's see if there's a name on this one. No. Anyway, I'll look at these ones. So this is the same. This is the same as the one I showed you previously. This one here. This is what's left after one album. And all of the extras. So I have half a sheet. So 2 full sheets would give you 4 of the albums that I made. We have this diagonal, different kind of stripe of black and white. Then we have the different colors. You can see the colors in this one are different than any of the other albums that I just showed you here. And here we have the pink polka dot. The dots are closer on that one. Multicolored, larger polka dots. Black and white stripe. Look at these. Oh baby, that's a nice one. This would be great for like planning a wedding or a guest book for at a shower. Or even sympathy. There's something if you were a caterer and did different events and you had people catering your wedding, you could give them one of these kind of books so they could keep track of their wedding planning in it. And it's a good thing it has an eraser on the pencil because God knows they're going to be changing their mind a lot. Here's the black and white print. This is really nice. I made this with a fuchsia spine and binding. Really nice. It's not here because as soon as I finished making it, somebody bought it. I actually wasn't even finished it. And the stripes. And this pink and white. That's really cute too. So those are my big find. Me and My Big Ideas. I have 3 different ones. There was 3 left when I noticed that they were on sale. So as I mentioned, I'll put the link below. And today's prize, if you haven't had a chance, there are 3 other videos up with prizes, so make sure you comment on those. Today's prize are 3 Prima Color Philosophy ink pads in Atlas Blue, Burnt Sienna, and Amethyst. And they're magnetic, so they sit one on top of the other. They are a cloth pad, and it is dye ink. So this is the Atlas Blue. They're pretty true to the color too. There's the blue. They're unopened, brand new ink pads. Burnt Sienna. So this is the color, and the dots on the bottom too. Okay. And then the next one is Amethyst. And then the dots on the bottom is this. They're made in the USA. So as I say, anybody in the world can enter. So make sure you leave a comment at kwarnerstudio.com/contests. So here are a couple of the albums that I made with the paper. Here's the print. This is like a post-it note holder with a magnet, so that closes. Then we have these 2 file slots to put anything that you've written on your notebook. This is the ribbon closure. It's held on with a ribbon, and that's just hooks on there, the pencil. So here's a little wallet to put your change or a key or a note or anything in, and that just slides in there. And then this closes, and then you just tie it up with the ribbon enclosure. Nice binding on the spine. And I had somebody ask me if I would sell kits. I will sell all of the pieces to make it, cut and scored, but the outside paper, that really, and the covering for these kinds of things, that's really a personal choice. So the bones I will do. And I'll just charge you what it costs me for the materials. I'm not interested in making any money with it. But this one here's the back side of this flower. here where it's lighter. So the other part of the paper was this more peachy color, so I put that there. And here's the other side where it's different. So yeah, so here's a look at this album. Ribbon closure as well. And you open it up, same way. Magnetic closure here with the post-it notes. And then this opens up, and this has more of a slanted file. This is a Frances Long design. This one here is my own design. So this is the kit I would be selling, not the Frances Long design. That's her work. She does lovely work. And then the same notepad that closes. So this prize, you must comment, identify that this is what you want, or identify it as the MAMBI paper video. The ink pads, Color Philosophy by Prima, 3 pads. Thank you so much for joining me and taking time out of your very busy day. And thank you so much for subscribing, commenting, liking, and asking questions, just participating in this channel. So thanks so much and have yourself a wonderful day. Bye-bye.